Good morning. Welcome to a very damp Hawke's Bay morning. I've had a bit of a discussion lately about growing stuff in containers. As you can see, this is the only in-ground garden space I have, so there's not much room in the section to do anything else. So, with that in mind, I have grown things in buckets and virtually every other container that I can find. So you're looking at these Mitre 10 style buckets, cheap, nasty, $2, sometimes $3, or they're about 10 litre, 9.5 litre, and the same size flower pot, even a plastic one, is more than double that price. So if you're only growing a bloody cabbage, why buy the expensive pot? These things here, these are flexi pots, ones with the handles, 26 litre, that one's got peas in it, that one's got potatoes in it. You can even reuse an old 20 litre bucket. There's a bucket that had a hole in the bottom of it, so I just repurposed it for a pot. It's got a cucumber in it at the moment. So these lettuces, these are growing in like 1 gallon pots, which I managed to get second hand on Marketplace. Got a bunch of them. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on container gardening, and the good thing about container gardening is you can move the stuff around. I mean, these are just sitting on plastic trestle tables in the middle of the lawn. All of that celery is growing in a plastic tub, and over here we have lettuces in those 1 gallon pots. I think there's 5 of those 1 gallon pots in that plastic tub there. So just doing it cheaply basically. And as far as growing the seedlings, well, here's some more pots here before we go on to the seedlings. Another tub that's full of carrots, not germinated yet. Potatoes and carrots. These are 200 litre drums cut in half. You can use both ends of the drum. So there we got some celery in another one of those plastic 26 litre pots. They're about $5 or something, $6. There's a half of a 20 litre container with, you just chop it in half and drill some holes and use it for a pot. In here, these things here are just cheap Trade Me seed trays, and I just plant my seeds in there, and when they get basically up to about that size where you've got the second or the first set of real leaves starting to show, then I plant them out into a slightly bigger pot like these ones. Now you can buy stacks of these fairly cheaply. It's about, I don't know, a litre maybe, just under a litre pot. Or you can do what I do and cut plastic bottles in half, which is even cheaper. You're only going to throw that in the bin or the recycling anyway. So all these tomato seedlings here will go into plastic milk bottles basically. There's a whole lot more there, plastic bottles, and you can use both ends of the plastic bottle. Look, you don't even have to drill a hole, you just leave the cap loose and it drains. So just do it cheaply, you know. The stuff that you can get on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, just go on and search for plastic flower pots, and there's people just giving them away for virtually nothing. And these trays, where like these things here that you buy your seedlings in, I just use them over and over again. I've used some of them dozens of times. So container gardening's easy, and the good thing about the containers, once you've got your plant up and going like those ones outside. There's even a chili there growing in a bucket. So you can move them around, you know, like those are chilies, last year's chilies, sitting in $2 buckets, and I can move them around as the weather requires. So like these ones sitting on the table out here, if I want to mow the lawn or move them into a sunnier spot, it's like 5 minutes and I move all the plants, change the layout. And if you haven't got room for a in-ground garden bed or a raised garden bed, it's definitely the way to go. You can just put them wherever you like. When the wife's not home, I can put them on the deck. As long as I take them off the deck before she gets home, everything's good. So yeah, I hope that's a help to you if you're gardening in a very small space like I am.